Hello, it's Jay here again. Welcome to another tutorial. So in this lesson we're going to update the player exiting vehicle function, and even though that function is working, the player can exit the vehicle. What we don't want is the player trying to exit the vehicle when there's a wall or maybe some other obstacle in the way. So that is the code that we're going to add in this lesson. So we'll come here and we'll create two public floats. The first one will be underscore raycast offset. We're going to make that equal to 0.1f into the comments defines raycast offset. The next one, public float underscore raycast length. I'll make that equal to 2f, close the line off, into the comments defines raycast length. And a word of notice here, these two values you will need to experiment with. I cannot stress that enough. In order to get this running smoothly, because you will all be using different models and the like, you will need to experiment with these values. But with that said, let's come down to the player exiting vehicle. And again, this is very important. The code must go here. So after these two lines, where we say game object exit spawn point is equal to exit game object, and exit point is equal to exit spawn point's transform, but before the rest of the code. If you put this anywhere else, it will not work. So just a word of warning, very important where this goes. And we'll begin by saying raycast hit. We'll give it a naming convention of underscore hit. Let's get that into the comments. So we'll say defines raycast contact as underscore hit. We'll come below, then we'll say vector3 underscore raycast. And let's just call this rotation, and we'll make it equal to a quaternion dot angle axis, open and close brackets, close that line off. Inside the brackets we're going to say 90 comma vector3 dot up. And then we're going to come outside the brackets. We're going to say times transform dot forward. And we'll break the line up for commenting. So we'll put in the comments, we'll say that the raycast rotation equals 90 degrees based on the vehicle's transform, because we don't want world space, we want the angle to be based on the vehicle's position, or more accurately the vehicle's rotation. So again, you may want to change this value. I'm from the UK, so you know we have right hand drive vehicles in this country, so this works for me. But again, you can change that to any value you wish. Let's come below we'll say vector3 underscore, and we'll give this a naming convention of raycast origin. It's going to be equal to a new vector3. We'll open and close brackets, close that line off. And let's have a look here. We want the underscore exit point dot the transform dot position dot x, and we'll say plus the raycast offset. We'll put a comma in there, and what we want to do is just copy up to and including the x, and we can paste that in, comma, we'll paste that in again. And let's sort this out. In fact, I'll enter here after that open bracket, here and here. So we'll change it to Y and then Z. Let's get this into the comments. We'll say set raycast origin to exit points position on X axis plus raycast offset, and we'll just copy that comment up to and including the word axis. We'll paste that in the next two lines, and again we'll just change X to Y and then Z. And let's come to the line below. So we'll say we want array. We'll give this a naming convention of exiting ray is going to be equal to a new ray, open and close brackets, close that line off, inside the brackets, underscore raycast origin, and comma raycast rotation. Let's get that into the comments again. So we'll say exiting ray, let's say equals new rays from raycast origin by rotation. And let's come below. We're going to say if open and close brackets, inside the brackets. Now we want physics dot raycast. We're going to open and close brackets again. We're going to come inside those brackets, underscore exiting ray, comma out hit. In fact, that should be underscore hit. Fix that little typo there, comma. And then we want the underscore raycast length. So let's come to the comments. It's just simply if raycast hits, and we'll want to open and close brackets, then we want else, and open and close brackets again. So we'll come inside this first set of brackets and we'll just copy one of the lines where we change state. So let's paste that in. And that's correct actually, vehicle idling. So we'll set the state back to vehicle idling if the raycast hits. and we'll let it iterate through to another block, whichever one's applicable. I'm also going to put in a return statement. Shouldn't actual be required, but it's better to have it in, and that way there's no chances of any glitches. So we'll just put then do nothing and return. Then we'll come to this second set of brackets, and what we can do is actually copy the entire rest of the code. So we'll just cut, sorry, not copy, it should be cut. Get rid of the empty lines, and then we paste that in there. So all we're saying is if the raycast hits something, there's something in the way preventing us from exiting the vehicle, then reset the state and return. Otherwise, allow us to actual exit, which is what all this code is for, which we've been over. So that's all we're going to do for this lesson. In the very next video, we'll continue on, and we'll get around to testing again very, very soon. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope to see you next time. And until then, as always, bye for now.